friends. This is Daddy Day Trader with an accountability series update day 31. And I had reported like a $35 loss yesterday. That was my unrealized loss at the time when I did my video. Since I was holding AMD and Tesla, they went on to rally at the end of the day, and I ended up being down $10 yesterday total, and then up $25 today as AMD and Tesla, especially AMD, went up to $168. I bought it at like 160, so that was cool. Made some by holding those larger caps. I guess it was more of like a swing trade. Ended up winning on those as far as screen trades go, so that was nice. And then this morning, there was one gapper, AGFI. I traded that as it was sort of making new highs and breaking resistance that it was in this band. And once it broke out above like 230, it went all the way up to 280, close to that. And then since then it's been fading. So I caught a little bit of that 230 to 280 break with a couple shares. So I was up 40 cents on that one. And then 14 cents on another one and down 1 cent on another one. So as far as like the day trading today goes, I was up like 63 cents. So that's green. Guess I can wear my green hat for once in a while, once in a blue moon. Let's see. So today I've just felt a little bit calmer, a little bit trading slower. I wasn't trading everything that was moving and breaking highs and breaking this and breaking that. I was just more kind of like watching and setting some price lines based on daily highs previous and things like that. Doesn't hurt that the SPY is up today, so the market as a whole is green. But again, like as far as day trading goes, it's pretty weak. Leading gappers up 60%. Next one's 34%. So not like a good day to be day trading small cap, or not small cap, but super small micro caps, I guess you could say. And a lot of false breakouts, a lot of flushes. One thing I wanted to talk about is working on my my strategy, my profit and loss taking strategy, and sort of like I really wanted to automate it with the hotkeys and make it so I could just get in something and get out of it, but I'm finding that I've been very unsuccessful with that sort of automation approach. So I kind of have to take a step back and maybe, and this is what, I've heard from all the people that, talk about day trading and educate themselves around it, is enter in knowing your exits and knowing your profit targets. And your exit shouldn't necessarily be like a percentage. It should be a resistance point. So that's something I think I'm going to have to work harder on. Maybe my approach with the hotkeys is just kind of lazy. It's like get in and then have it do all the work for me instead of like sort of thinking about it beforehand. So that might help me get into less risky trades and more profitable ones, because I'm paying more attention to like where I want to get in and get out at, instead of just like hitting the buy key and then letting the computer stop me out, or it'll go up. So but yeah, you kind of have to have a lot of conviction on the stock to do that, right? You can't be like maybe I'll have multiple hotkeys or something like that. One for like ones that are going up and they're super risky and I need to get out, and then ones that are maybe a little slower moving that I can actually like set stops that makes sense. I also noticed that the stops I am setting, even though I'm like setting it at 1%, as far as the stop, it's like a lot of times the stock flushes so fast, I'm not getting out at a 1%. So maybe I get like, I sell half my shares at 2%, and then I get a flush of 4% before it gets me out. So now I'm down on a green trade. So I don't know, just letting unless you've got a really big kind of cushion, I need to think about like letting my trades ride, because it hasn't been that great. So as far as like, oh, I made 10 cents, I would just flush 20 cents before my automatic stop got me out. So now I'm down. I should have just sold it I should have just sold everything. So I'm sort of just like rethinking all these like, day trading for me shouldn't be automated. It should be like a thought process, and that will help me learn more about trading instead of just being like, oh, well, I got stopped out. So bummer. It went down 1%. That's not really helping me learn. It's just more like, oh, that didn't go straight up like I wanted it to. So something I got to work on is picking those points and then really analyzing the risk to reward on that particular one. So, because I've always struggled with that. Like, how do you determine the risk versus reward? How do you like set a profit target that's not just arbitrary? I guess it's like setting those price lines, because I have noticed they do. If you set these price lines, sometimes they get really close a lot of times. So, maybe there's something to that. That's what everyone says anyway. So I'm going to work on just being a better chart technical analysis trader, and stop jumping in and out of trades so quickly, and see how that does, and look at large caps and look at small caps. And I do like trading off of like lower VWAP line and things that are showing strength. So, but not this rapid fire thing, and not oversizing shares, because in the past I've lost a lot of money trading with too many shares, bad setups, and then also I've lost a lot of money just rapid fire trading. So thanks. So that's the plan. I'm gonna kind of continue down my path and work on my strategy, and I still do like the break of resistance strategy. So, but it's more has to be more thoughtful from an entry and exit perspective, and that's just and it's going to take more effort, because my lazy style of like hitting it with a hotkey and then letting it go is lazy, and it's not really like the true heart of day trading, which is looking at where might it go, and where could it, and how far down could it go before you want to get out. So it seems a little daunting to want to have to do that, but I think that's the right path, and that's kind of what I think successful people do, is they see those areas of resistance and the possibility of how high I can go. Like, oh, it'll probably reach VWAP and then maybe fade, or if it breaks through, that's great, or maybe it'll go up to the previous high a day, or go down as far as the lowest of yesterday, or whatever, stuff like that. So that's my plan. I'll be back tomorrow. So we're up 25.50 today. Yesterday we were down 10, I guess, at the end of the day. So made some progress in the right direction, but it wasn't via day trading. It was via swing trading, large caps that were having moves. So we'll be back at it tomorrow. All right, guys, this has been a Daddy Day Trader Accountability Series update day 31. And looking forward to getting back into tomorrow. All right, guys, take care.